We don't gotta do that because y'all 6-2, right? Y'all 6 and motherfucking 2.
No tires.
Petty. So we know that. So we know that Sedale is a petty motherfucker. Apparently, so we know that. We know, we know that.
Some good shit.
What's the deal? What's the deal? What's the deal? Welcome back to the Smoke and Buzz channel. This is the Wake and Bake podcast. I am your host with the smoke, New Jersey Preem, joined as always by my right hand and co-host, J-Wheel. What's good, bro?
Well, nothing, man. I can't call it, man. What you got going on today, bro?
Shit, same shit, different toilet. Feeling really good, man. How you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling good, man. We got a good interview on our hands today.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got another beacon from South Jersey, another person that loved to shine light on our particular city, Camden, New Jersey.
Yeah.
This guy does a lot for our community. A lot of this shit is unwarranted. He just goes out of his way and does these things. So I've been watching him recently. I've been watching him a lot recently. A lot of his interviews that he does is really great. It's really great. You guys need to go check him out. We have nobody other than Sedale Pennington. He is the creator of OPP. He's the host of OPP. And if you guys don't know what OPP is, if you're not down with OPP, you know what I'm saying? That is the Opposing Perspective podcast. You guys need to go check that out for real. We're going to bring him right in here.
I'm here. I can see y'all and everything. Okay. I appreciate
no
y'all.
No doubt. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome, man. First of all, we definitely appreciate you for coming for real, man.
Appreciate that.
And as we like to do on the Smoke and Buzz podcast, our first question always start off: who is Sedale Pennington?
Oh man, Sedale Pennington is a hard-working guy who's hungry, who just wants to be, his own entrepreneur, and be able to move, but also give influence and spread news and help people at the same time. So I'm just a regular person. You know what I mean? Just normal, down to earth, willing to speak to anyone. That's just me.
Yeah. No doubt. No doubt.
Okay. Well, so pretty much, man, what was it like for you growing up in South Jersey? And where exactly are you from in South Jersey?
I'm actually in South Jersey. I'm from the Lindenwold, Pine Hill, Sicklerville area. Between that, I lived in all three. Most of my family, all of my family's from Camden. So, I always was going there. My pop's family, they from East, mainly from East Camden. My mom and them downtown and Pollock Town, Women Park area. My mom, they lived there up until they were teenagers. My dad lived up there until through his 20s. You know what I mean? So yeah, I got a lot of family members that was in that life. You know what I mean? Late 80s, late 90s. I just heard a lot of stories about the city. So, it was just always fascinating and interesting to me,
No doubt. So you played ball out in Lindenwold, correct?
Correct. I played in Lindenwold High School. It was at a time when Lindenwold was a fairly new high school. It just opened up in 2001. We were actually one of the first high schools that to have a female coach, and she was the first one to take us to the playoffs for a men's varsity basketball team. Yeah, we played ball, always loved ball. Most of my shine though was in the AAU circuit, South Jersey Jazz. So yeah.
To this day, you still like the ball.
I do, but I actually do. I was really balling hard 2 years ago. I was playing in a lot of leagues, the Terry Myers League, to play more. But then, I kind of got into this and put on some pounds sitting down editing all the time. But yeah, I still like the ball. I was actually, my guy Big O, the drummer. He shout out Breaking Bands. They're a good dude. And my guy Sherrod, who's a boxer with Celebrity Boxing. You know what I mean? Sometimes I get motivated. I be like, I can do them workworkouts. I can do that shit that y'all doing. Lately I've been going out there shooting around. Yeah.
No doubt.
Word. So I did read something that you used to be in as far as managing artists. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, I used to manage. Used to be a good friend of mine. And his wife. I'm not gonna say their names, but I used to manage them. There was a rapper and singer. And we had a nice little run for a good year. We did a track with Freeway. We go on YouTube. I mean, it's sound mode. I'm in a music video with Freeway, and them. I put that scenario together. I helped my boy be able to perform at the Fillmore for Freeway's 25th anniversary. Um, we did a thing with Trillville, Mario, the manager of Trillville from Atlanta.
Okay.
His wife, we made a song, and we did a music video at the Millennium Tour concert a couple years ago. So that was like, if you Lil Dicky show, there was a co-star called Gator on the show.
Yeah.
And
that's my shit.
We flew out to Hollywood, and I'm in a music video with Gator. He's featured on the track with Salmo, and then we set it up where he did another track with Texas, doing At the Height. The show had just won an Emmy, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
So coming out the gate, I came out the gate smoking, pretty much. It was a nice little budget coming into it, but yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, like, how do you get into that, and what does that all entails being, as far as like managing artist management? How'd you get into it?
All right, so let me be honest with you. I didn't want it. I didn't want to do nothing with entertainment. I had nothing. I didn't want to do anything. I was going through some transitions in my personal life, and a friend said, he had been trying to do music for a while, and it's hard trying to do music with people and the politics involved in it. So he said, listen, I can't get money with certain people. I know you work hard. And, as a manager, he said, you need an asshole. And basically saying that, I got a little bit of asshole in me, which I do. So
we all do.
I just took off and learned from there. And they taught me a lot too, with that being said. And I I learned from there. What really took off for me was really like, I had a background in doing a little bit of videography from high school. My old teacher is currently teaches at Lindenwold High School, but he works for the NFL. His name is Bill Fuckinger. He's from Millville. And he brought this video production program in Lindenwold, and it took off. I didn't even want it. We gave him a tough time. You know what I mean? I remember us being called to the office like, "Come on, Sedale, like this ain't even you. Get this, let this man breathe or whatever." There's a bunch of us, but he taught us, and we just started making funny videos. I remember we made a music video. It was remember the Nelly video, "Let Me See Your Grill." But we changed the song up. We changed the song up, but we made a George Foreman grill. And so we had like aluminum foil on that teeth. It took off from there, and I got a couple of my buddies from high school that was doing that, and we just got into it. So you know what I mean?
No doubt.
And so I just started making reels while I was managing, and off of that background, and then next 3 years later, I got like 4 cameras now.
Right.
Oh shit.
So when you was managing, like, right? So I don't know, because you said you didn't really choose it. You kind of, you know what I'm saying?
I was asked.
Yeah, I say I didn't.
You was doing somebody a favor almost.
Right.
Like, all right, I mean, such your ass.
But you did become, successful within a short period of time, and then you became a podcaster after that. I don't know if that's exactly how the line went. The timeline went, but you became a podcaster after that. So my next question is, what was the confidence level from changing from being a manager for artists to being a podcaster, to whereas though you're relatively behind the scenes for a lot of these artists, and now you are in front of the camera, and a lot of this stuff depends strictly on you, your face, and your voice?
Well, what happened was I was just meeting a lot of people and doing things, and when you're managing with people, you're going to have disagreements with the artists. Right. So certain things that I thought were beneficial, they didn't think was beneficial, but I wanted to utilize those outlets somehow. And so I say, you know what, I need something for myself. So the goal was never to stop managing, to be honest with you. It was to manage and have the podcast and use the podcast as a marketing tool for the artists as well that I had. You know what I mean? Because ultimately, really, I really wanted to just be conversations on hip hop and stuff. But then I started broadening it. And I initially tried to do it with my family, which we started off. But certain things went on from there. So
like what are some of like the pros and cons, like as far as the management, as far as like touching on that, like what are some of the like things is like, okay, this is the really good side of it, and but this is like, all right, you might want to be just kind of watch out for this if you're going to get into that line of business, that line of work.
Well, like, so if you're not an artist, I'm not a rapper, what I mean, I never will try, and I'm definitely not a singer. So what I mean, no matter what. So you kind of want to still be involved with it and have some access to music. I've always thought that I've had a good ear for music. I still think I have a great ear for music. So what people don't realize when it comes to making music or making a song is that it's not just the artist and the producer. There's a whole crew of people that make a hit song. You know what I mean? So I wanted to be able to have some type of influence, and managing was a good way to do that. You meet a lot of people. So I think that's the pros of it. If you're not talented in that aspect as the creator of music or whatever, you have this other outlet to being a manager or anything else that you can do to be a part of it.
Right.
Now the cons on that end is dealing with certain attitudes, politics, and when you think there's a good idea and there's not a good idea, or if just the disagreements, you know what I mean, because you're not the artist,
right?
No doubt. I understand that. And it's with you being in this realm and being around so many artists and producers, engineers, and DJs, you ran into a particular DJ Caution. And how did that come about?
I went to high school with DJ Caution. DJ Caution went to Lindenwold High School. I believe DJ Caution is originally from Willenboro, Pennsauken, and then he moved to Lindenwold and came out there. But and then DJ Caution will hoop. He would be hooping at the LA Fitness. Unfortunately, it's closed down, but the LA Fitness in Somerdale. So I would see him there often, and we go to the same barbershop. So I happened to run into him. I was like, I'm starting this podcast. We were just kind of starting off. It was probably maybe our fourth or fifth episode or something like that. And he gave us a really dope interview. We did it at the Embroidery Brothers shop. Shout out Maine and Joe, who owned the breakfast spot in Clementon, and they got the embroidery. They did a lot of our merch for the OPP merch and stuff that we.
No doubt. That's dope.
So, we filmed it there.
Yeah. So let me ask you this. So since you've been podcast, what can you say? Like, which interview have you done? Which one would you say is your favorite interview?
That's you put me in a bad spot because when you look at my interviews, I always look at my interviews as we're building connections. You know what I mean? Because you're having a conversation and you're getting to know somebody, so you're gonna build them friendships. And so now you're making me choose which one's my best friend.
But you know what? I do want to say something else though. Matter of fact, it was yesterday. Actually, I see you just did an interview that I actually enjoyed with Vita Nil.
Oh, Miss Vita, that was a great interview. That was funny. You see, I didn't have to say much, right?
Man, I thought that was actually pretty dope because we have Camden's a small city and we have people who do care. Because me and bro, we from Camden, and some of the stuff she was saying, she was spot on. I've had conversations in barbershops about a lot of what she was talking about. I just thought that was really cool. Actually, I was talking to Preem about that. I said, it'd be cool to get her on there. But you know what? It was cool. I was able to actually watch it, and I was like, that was actually a good one. I actually enjoyed that one.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, we could definitely talk. I could hook, if y'all don't already know or have her contact, I could definitely set that, help y'all,
Okay.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I'll definitely pass that forward because she has a lot of great content. She has a lot of great messages that people should hear.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, thanks.
I remember when she was doing the whole, Vic don't live here.
Vic don't.
Everybody has a perspective.
So I want, I have not given my political take on anything. Vic, I don't. So Vic, that's not me coming at you. That's just me reporting what people say, what the people want in the city. That's all. That's all.
Yeah, we're just a platform, right? Now, when they come up there, you just pretty much allowing people to have a voice. Basically.
Yeah.
Allowing them to be their authentic selves. You know.
That was yeah.
You don't want them to be nobody other than themselves.
But to go back to your question, I could give you some top interviews. I can't give a favorite one.
How about this? How about this? You give us your top 5 interviews.
Definitely Slick. Slick was a great interview having Slick and Isaiah on there. Shout out Isaiah and having T Black. That was dope. Getting to know T Black because I hadn't met T Black and I didn't really know too much about T Black until then. So we did that interview. That was a year ago. I can't believe it. We did that. So we have that one. Kevin Baker and Sean Washington. If y'all familiar with those guys, these are two brothers that were falsely convicted of double homicide in Centerville. They served 25 years in Trenton State Prison for a murder they didn't do. They were arrested in 1995 and exonerated in 2020. You know, they gave them a punk ass 1.5 million, and they're still fighting for more money.
25
years.
Yeah. So that was one. Anthony Ways, another guy who did 13 years. Who was falsely accused of a murder in Pollock Town.
That's the one I had watched. First one of your pods I had watched.
Yeah, he's very interesting guy. We had Mike Knox. That was a good pod.
Oh yeah,
had Mike Knox on there. And then the one, it's probably Joseph Rodriguez. You know, Joseph Rodriguez. That's gonna be my favorite one. And then Miss Vida was good. I'm dropping Tim Witherspoon Jr. tomorrow.
Word.
I mean, ultimately, again, going through Dale stuff. Man, Dale got all his interviews are pretty good. I ain't gonna lie. So yeah, sure.
Thank you. Yeah, shout out my people, my guy Derek Mitchell, who does a lot of stuff behind the camera. He does a lot of help. He was one of the first guys when we first started saying we can record ourselves, but I didn't want to do it. But he shows up for me every time.
No doubt.
That's what's up. Shout out to him.
And shout out Slick. Slick actually helped me get that interview with Joseph Rodriguez. He facilitated that. He set up the meeting. We met at 45th Street Pub, and that's when I first met Joseph, and he said, we didn't do the bank robberies. I said, what? I'm like, because the music was real now. I'm like, am I hearing that? And then afterwards, I go to Slick. I said, Slick, he said he didn't do it. He was like, we saw it on TV. I was like, that's not doing. I was like, really? I'm like, I'm going to call him and confirm. Then I went to his house, and I went to Joseph's house, and then we started going through all these documents. He had this big bag of documents. I'm like, oh shit. I read both his books before the interview.
Hell yeah.
I found all the newspaper articles. I went through all his discovery and then did the interview. It was a lot, but shout out Slick.
Yeah,
definitely shout out Slick. He definitely helped us a lot. He's one of the, main proprietors that helped this interview happen for real.
Yeah, for sure.
Shit, he even helped the Shaquille interview happen, if we being honest. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely shout out to him and that Sons of Sin too, coming soon.
For real.
Tough for that.
Yo, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't that you as a cop in that motherfucker?
Yeah, I got a small role, like 3 lines. I wasn't even expecting to have lines actually in there. He told me, I got a role for you, there's no lines, and then I get dressed up, and then Meech is like, we gotta get you mic'd up. Why you gotta get me mic'd up?
Right.
So I had to learn the
Word, I'm atmosphere and shit.
But that was dope to have a scene, a nice little scene with the beautiful Mia Barnes, conversation scene. So that was dope, that you get to get my foot in there. Yeah, I appreciate Slick for that too.
Is that your acting debut?
Oh, most definitely. Yeah, most definitely.
Shout out, bro. He made his acting debut. Oscars coming soon. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So look, this question not even on the little joint we had ready, but you said something that piqued my interest. When you picking your squad and your team, when you're doing this content, right? Because you do a lot of content, and it's not just your podcast. You do other things for other places and nonprofits. Like I said, recently you was doing something for breast cancer awareness. And I see you out and about a lot, especially in South Jersey and Camden. Like I see you out and about a lot. How was it when it came to like understanding the difference? Because all of us should understand when you're trying to build, you want to build with family, but understanding the people that's, that's family, but the ones that's going to be on the team going on in the future.
It's a really tough situation because when you first starting this, you just trying to get started. So sometimes you could just be willing to work with anybody just to get started, and sometimes that's a bad thing, because you could take losses and disappointment because of that. It's really just about waiting and get to knowing people, and it's a trial and error situation. You know what I mean? I think the main thing, you just find really real good genuine people, and you know what I mean. You find real good genuine people who have the same goals as you, or close.
Mhm.
And
Right.
and I think the main important, you know what, one thing that I learned, and to a degree, kind of Slick taught me this too, is that you gotta have those conversations that are very uncomfortable.
Right.
That's
No
a
doubt.
fact.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, because you gotta get to the other side, like you said, because if you know something in the way, you said you gotta address the elephant in the room at some point.
Yeah.
But like you said, man, sometimes you just you just want to get started, and like you said, you're gonna run into forks at the road, but you kind of have to do that to kind of have the experience to be like, all right, cool. At least I know what I don't want, what I don't need, and it makes it a lot easier to go forward to get those experiences.
Hell yeah, no doubt, no doubt. But if you could give us one thing that most people don't know about Sedale.
Oh, most people don't know. I'm very, very competitive. I could be very competitive, and I hate to disappoint people. I really hate to disappoint people. People don't realize like that. That bothers me. I want everybody to like me, but that don't be the case. Like that's something that bothers me sometimes.
Well, why do you think it bothers you so much?
I don't know. I guess because I never like to be disappointed. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You want things to work out, so I guess I definitely try to treat people how I want to be treated. You know what I mean?
Okay.
No doubt. Yeah, hell yeah. I feel you.
For sure. All right, so bro, what we got? We got a
Man, we got a blazing 5 today, man. Like so. Yeah. Sedale Pennington of OPP, the Opposing Perspective Podcast. And he has joined us today on the Wake and Bake Podcast. First of all, as always, thank you. Appreciate you for joining us.
Yeah.
And you guys that watch us, you guys know that we do a Blazer 5 every week, and every week we got a different Blazer 5. And this week we're doing one, and we're going to do a sports one because Sedale is here, and he's a sports fan just like we are, so we're going to have some fun today. Shit. So I wanted to do your top 5 shooting guards all time, right? This is how we doing this.
Top 5 shooting guards?
Top 5 shooting guards all time. Now, this is how the Blazer 5 go. I name a player, you place him in your top 5, not knowing who's coming next. Got it? Nah, I name the players.
It's like a blind ranking.
It's a blind ranking.
As he gives you the players, you gotta lock them in the spot. You not knowing who's coming next. So
all right, and then but I promise you, it's gonna be some good one. I'm not gonna do you dirty. We're gonna start off with James Harden.
Number 3.
Number 3. I ain't mad at you. Dwayne Wade.
He's one of my favorites. Number 4.
Number 4. All right.
I know people gonna get about that one. Go ahead.
Hey, look. I'm not mad at that. Personally, I think Dwayne Wade is better, but I'm not mad. This is your Blazing 5, bro.
Yeah, you can't go wrong telling Preem anything about Dwayne Wade.
Kobe Bryant.
Number 2.
All right.
Yeah, see how this is going.
Hope you asked the right question.
Yeah, Ray Allen.
Okay.
Number 5.
Number 5. All right, so we got one more spot left, and I'm like I said, I'm not gonna line them. Michael Jordan.
Number 1. I would be honest with you. I was hoping you would say. I was
gonna say Allen Iverson, but I didn't know if people were gonna accept him as a shooting guard because him and Aaron McKee used to switch positions and shit. So I didn't know.
You were gonna put Iverson at 1?
See, and I was gonna name Iverson too, but like I said, I ain't know if we accepted him as a shooting guard.
Oh man, well yeah, because he was a 2 before they moved him over to the point. Yeah,
right, that's a fact. That's a fact. But he was definitely on there. He was definitely on that list. But that's a dope little Blazer 5, and I think he lined that shit up perfectly for real. Like, I ain't want to do him dirty on the first Blazer 5 he ever did. You know what I'm saying? So
no, that was good.
He come back on the show though. We lining him up. You feel me?
That's James Harden, Dwayne Wade. People gonna get at me, but I do think James Harden overall. I think he's a little paid.
Defensively, Dwayne. I'm gonna give that to Flash, man.
I think he's had less. He didn't have as much as Dwayne Wade had.
He had Dwight Howard in his prime, Chris Paul in his prime.
No, he
Made
did.
any
Dwight Howard was a bum at that point.
Don't do that.
The next shit is bullshit because they made it bullshit. You can't blame. They picked the coach and all that shit. That's their fault.
Everybody say that when he left the Lakers, he went to the Rockets. He was still a double machine at that point.
I think he made 2 or 3 more All-Star games with the Rockets.
Yeah, I think he made an All-Star. I think at least one with the Rockets. Sure.
I think that if you look at Wade career,
Remember, that's the COVID situation. Kyrie's out.
he had Kobe and
That's not.
You said he had who?
I'm talking about Dwight Howard.
Dwight Howard.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I look, I give you all that, but I just think that if we talking overall, Dwayne Wade is the better. I think he's number 3 when we talking shooting guards. It's Jordan, Kobe, Wade, and then everybody else follows. That's my opinion, of course.
Do we count for like the who are able to play longer? Sustain?
I mean, I definitely count it in and shit, but it's also if you play longer and able to sustain. And like, are we just talking stats wise, or are we talking impact wise also? Because you can get all these stats and stuff because you've been around for a minute. But if your team is only getting 35 wins a season or some shit like that, then it don't matter. You know.
I mean, we all know.
I understand that James never missed the playoffs in his whole career and shit, but you also never made the finals.
That's crazy. I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that.
He never missed the playoffs. Yeah, he never missed the playoffs his whole career. But he also haven't made the finals since, you know what I'm saying, that year in OKC. So,
yeah.
That 2012 year. But look, that's just me. Like, and I'm a Dwayne Wade fan, so I'm going to argue a little bit different. Because I'm a Dwayne
Listen, I guess it's a valid point, you know, because that would be my defense for Jalen Hurts on the Philadelphia Eagles side, you know what I mean? When people compare them.
Hey, this man is good, ain't he?
Before we move to the football,
that boy is good.
Questions. Before we move to the football, granted, the season just started. It's early. So far from the small sample size you've seen, what do you think of Cooper Flag?
Oh, that's a good question.
Like you said, it's still early. I think they really put him in a tough spot to be a point guard.
Yo, yeah, that's crazy.
At his height and what, you know, with what's going on, you know, they're talking about Kyrie Irving coming back. I'm like, I think that's too soon, me personally, or for ACL. Like, you're talking to somebody who's had an ACL surgery before, so that's definitely too soon. I think he's going to be dominant though. I think he's going to be great. I think he's still learning. He's still learning, find his way. You know, it's the same AD situation. You know.
Yeah, man.
Well,
that's crazy though, because I'm an AD fan too, and I'm like, this man can never stay healthy, boy.
So, but yo, let me ask both of y'all this then. So, I believe it was the 2018 draft. That's when we got Zion and Ja Morant, right? Yo, what's going on with Ja and what's going on with Zion? Zion was supposed to be the next Bron. What's going on with him, man? What's up with Ja Morant? Ja Morant just can't get right, man.
Zion said he need to get the hell up out of Memphis.
So there's two things here. You know, when you look at certain players, with Zion, you know, he got the money. He probably out party and do whatever. You know, he didn't lose a lot of weight, and he's coming to ball. I think to a degree his game needed that weight because he was playing bully ball, but then he can't play because he can't stay healthy. So it's like, I don't know. I think he got to figure out something in his game. He going to add some skill to your game a little bit. You know, you're only 6'6", really. I think, right? So it's a real tough scenario there for him. I feel like, you know what I mean. I don't know. I guess maybe he need to call Julius Randle, you know what I mean, and figure it out. You know what I mean? That's definitely something that I would look at. Like, he got to get his 3-ball up there or be able to become that stretch 4 or something like that.
Yeah,
you know,
I think this season he's definitely looking to expand his game a lot more. I think he's been moving and playing from the perimeter. He's playing with the ball in his hands a lot more, you know what I'm saying, at the top of the key or at the, you know what I'm saying, at the top of the perimeter. And I think that's dope for Zion because, you know, build some speed up. You already got the strength, create some contact. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of how it comes out, at least you're creating contact. 9 times out of 10, it might be a foul. You're putting these motherfuckers in foul trouble. But I think now the Ozempic Zion, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, you know, get you a little mid-range. That's why I say about a lot of these guys that's really good on the inside. Like I said that about Giannis for years. Just get you a nice little mid-range, you'll be unstoppable, bro. You don't need to develop a 3-point shot, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? If you're one of those guys that that they can't stop going to the basket, a one dribble pull up would be dangerous for you. You know what I'm saying? So,
I think he still got to add that 3-point.
yeah, I agree with that. I'm saying,
I mean, Andre Drummond just hit 2 3-pointers in 2 games this week. I'm like, what the hell? You look at the center, the center over there in Houston. Sigon.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? He's hitting threes and we see what Wimby is doing. Wimby out here sizing people up from 3-pointer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, cheap.
That was about to be after the John Morant thing. I was going to ask that too. Like, I guess we hear right.
I gotta believe him.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, you didn't answer about John Morant. My bad about John Morant. John Morant, man, he got to change. I think he just got to change his attitude. But you know what the problem is? He about to have that Russell Westbrook factor.
What you mean by that? He said he had to have a Russell Westbrook factor.
So my thing with Russell Westbrook is like, if you look at it, like let's be real. Who the better player out of him and James Harden? James Harden. You know why? Because there's a jump shot. There's a better ball IQ there. You can only hustle and run up and down the court and dunk on people for so long. You know what I mean?
I get what you're saying. He leaning on his athleticism more than anything.
Yeah.
That's why I'm interested to see how Kyrie Irving comes back, because his game is different. It's a finesse game. It's an art.
Yeah, well,
you know what I mean?
Technical too. Yeah.
But Derrick Rose couldn't come back from the ACL. You know what I mean?
He was extremely explosive. Yeah. Like even Russ coming back from his ACL. Remember, because Russ had an ACL too and was able to come back from that and maintain his explosiveness and shit.
Russell who?
Russell Westbrook. He had an ACL.
He had an ACL?
Yeah.
I thought it was just meniscus.
It might have been, if I'm not mistaken. I know it was a knee injury. Shit. Like I have most of the time they say it's ACL.
Meniscus is not bad. They just gonna shave your meniscus and shoot you up.
Oh, okay. See, I ain't trying to get it. None of that shit happening. None of that shit happening in my knees.
So, but yeah, like you said, man, I agree. He just he got to kind of get over himself a little bit, man, because the league's not going to stop for him. He's extremely talented. We all love Ja, but it's just like I don't know. Like he just got to straighten it up, man. You supposed to be the leader of that team, brother. You gotta.
They broke up their whole. They broke up their whole team.
When Desmond Bain went to Orlando, we kind of figured, something might be up. This might be over with.
And it's like they're not getting much in return, though. That's the thing. So it's like I can understand if you was trying to rebuild or build around him or get pieces in return to help him keep continuing to pull y'all into the playoffs, but you didn't. So if I'm Ja, I'm like, yo, what y'all doing? You know what I'm saying?
Ja Morant can get mad all he wants to. Like I do get it. Like I don't think the coaches, they should have chewed him out and not play him and do him like that.
Was corny,
at the same time, like what you gonna do? Like if I'm in the fourth quarter and this a close game, sure, I'm taking 2 steps back. You can shoot that fucking 3-pointer all day. You gonna have to hit like 2 of them to make me get up on you. Like, cause I'm gonna play the drive.
What Pop say? Let him shoot that bitch again. Let him keep shooting that bitch. Let him keep shooting that bitch.
I'm going under the screen every time.
I ain't mad at you. And that's what I'm saying. If you got a mid-range, if somebody go step in, take that. That's why Kobe game is so revered. Like, people love his game so much. Or people like T-Mac and people like those guys, because they had that mid-range game. They had that game to where as though if you stop me with my initial move, I can go over here. I can post you up. I can go high post. I can go to the elbow. I can go anywhere I want to go. I can do that. These guys is shooting threes, getting to the bucket. That's it. And if you're not on, because most of these guys can't really shoot. So if you're not on, it's gonna look bad. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna look bad most nights. So you gotta find different ways to get your buckets and shit. That's why people getting mad at LeBron for being able to play for 172 years. Because this motherfucker can find every way to get a bucket. Regardless if you say you got a bag or not, this nigga got a bucket in every possible way that you can get on the basketball.
All right. So I'm letting y'all know I'm about to go full Skip Bayless.
Wow,
my MVP pick for there is Victor Wembanyama. MVP. Yeah, I said it.
Damn.
I'm tripping.
He said, look, I knew you want
to. Man had 9 blocks in 1 game.
He gonna win MVP. He gonna win MVP and Defensive Player of the Year in the same season.
Nah, man, I'm not going with that dude, man.
I'm lying. I'm going
with Shot. Shy again.
Back
Oh,
to
you
back.
know what okay.
Fair,
SBA
I
game.
mean, he averaging 30 points and he barely playing the fourth quarter right now.
You know who I'm gonna go with? And he's not even the best player on his team as of right now. And he's definitely the best player on the team. I'm talking about the way that they balling this season. Jokic.
Maxey?
No, Jokic. Jokic out here balling as always, and they just not paying attention to him because you know who else balling? Aaron fucking Gordon. Aaron Gordon out here getting it, nigga. Aaron Gordon out here getting busy right now. Yeah.
I don't know what's going what
you know
got.
what?
Yo, he done went to Denver, yo, and just got a resurgence in
He
his
getting
career.
busy
yo.
out there, boy. I'm talking about any way you want it. You know what I'm saying? He shoot. One night I think he had like 6 for 6 from 3 or some shit like that. This motherfucker still get busy inside. And then Jokic just find them everywhere on the court, bro. When you got two bigs out here playing pick and roll, it's crazy work.
Yeah, that is funny.
I can't get mad at that.
That's
But-
crazy.
But just
I can't get mad at that. That's a good one.
let y'all know, I really don't think Victor wouldn't be. I just said that just because. But the real reason I was even asking that is when are we going to come into the I guess you could say the Victor Wembanyama like the era? When is we going to
Same
come into
time we were supposed to come into the Luka Doncic era or the whoever else era. And tell LeBron.
I think people still waiting to see if his game matures or not. You know what I mean? It just gotta, consistently, playing down the stretch in close games. How are you gonna learn? Let's see how you look in the postseason. You know what I mean? Shit starts getting real. Then that's when you really gonna tell okay, are you gonna be able to do all that shit that you're doing in the postseason and get that shit off? Which I think he will. I'm more interested in looking like people keep forgetting they got De'Aaron Fox coming now, and I'm also curious to see how the coach is going to handle that rotation with De'Aaron Fox. You got Dylan Harper. Dylan Harper's playing, and I can't. What's the guy, the point guard with the dreads? I can't even think of his name. He's a new guy. They wasn't even expecting him to be all of that, and he's hooping with him.
Stephon Castle. That's what it is.
Yeah, Castle. Yeah, he's hooping.
Yeah.
Hell yeah,
so you got a whole guard issue now, but you gotta get De'Aaron Fox up there because y'all just paid him all that money, so he gotta be your number one guy. He gotta.
They're gonna have to. I mean, we are kind of in the time of like positionless basketball. Is it? Maybe they can turn these guys. Maybe you can move a guy like Castle who's like 6'6". Maybe we can move him to the 3. You know what I mean? Because they love shooting and running the score up way over 100 nowadays.
Right.
They can probably put him. I mean, you got guys 6'6" playing the 4 now, so it's like playing the court and shooting.
I mean, when you got fucking Stretch out there, you can have fucking 5'11" guys out there. I mean, fucking Wemby just put his arms up, he guarding the whole goddamn court.
Yeah.
But I have to agree with Sedale on the fact that we got to see Wemby do this shit in the playoffs. Like that's when you're getting judged. When you one of those generational talents, that's where you get judged the most.
I mean, has he officially really arrived in the NBA yet? Because
I think this year is the year that he's supposed to.
Yeah, I was about to say because this guy, I mean, you're walking around 7'5". You supposed
11.
to be. Yeah, tall is like.
Right.
Have you?
And I think that this is the season that people are expecting him to display all that. I'm not one of those people that's saying, you know what I'm saying, he's the next coming or he's the next face of the NBA or anything like that. But I do think that he's a hell of a time. I mean, you're 7'5" and you're able to move the way he's moving and do the things that he's doing. But can you do it on a consistent level? You know what I'm saying? Can you consistently be dominant every night when you know you have the advantage? Because it's games like you shouldn't have games where you go 9, 8, and 9 and some shit like that. You should never have no games like that. Now I understand this is an 82 game season, but there's no way in hell you as the cheat code should have any, you know what I'm saying, less of double-digit game and shit.
Everybody has bad shooting nights because his game he's shooting threes and everything like that.
But you have the ultimate advantage. That's the issue. Get your big ass in the post. Your jump shot ain't working tonight.
That's a lost art.
Your jump shot ain't working tonight, motherfucker. You turn around, you literally an inch away from the bucket. Just hook shot that motherfucker in.
He can just do one of these numbers and just, you know what I mean, around the rim. He really could.
Yeah, but you gotta get to that position. He ain't. That man is like a toothpick, man. You know what I mean? Like,
facts.
You gotta. That takes a toll on your body. Listen, that's like me watching the Sixers with Embiid. They just got this. They got the same fucking play. Him at the top of the screen, dribble pick handoff bullshit. It's like, get your big ass down low. But I know why they doing it. They want to save on his knees and shit.
Right.
That's part of the reason.
Yeah. I mean, but even still, he can still run down. I mean, he can just run down to the block.
Yeah,
And I mean,
clear out.
even a turnaround fade, a fade away for him is almost like I just gotta turn around, just throw a nice little floater to the basket.
Yeah.
Nah, but you also gotta look his knees and they playing faster. So if you at the top of the key, that's a shorter distance back and forth on the court. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true. Yeah, gotcha.
It's a shorter distance to running.
I can't get mad at the way that they playing, but I'm saying if you have a complete advantage, you're gonna have to take advantage of that. And that's why I love people like Jokic, because you can still have great footwork in the post, so whereas though you don't have to take as much of a pounding. No Diddy, you know what I'm saying? So, but it's funny that I just heard the goddamn NFL sound, boy. That shit just woke me up to be, boy. The timing is amazing on this motherfucker. I tell you.
Yeah, right. Oh, well, I got two more questions.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We still running the NBA?
Oh, whatever y'all want to do, we rocking out.
Okay. So my question was, as far as, let me ask you this: does Anthony Edwards have enough this year to maybe kind of get over that Western Conference hump?
I mean, you know, he's been playing great. You know, it's tough in the playoffs. You know what I mean? I think. You know what I mean? You know, he had to go up against a lot. You know what I mean? I don't think he has enough. I don't think there's enough on his team. I really don't. You know, this the guy, Di Lorenzo, the other guy that played at Villanova.
The one that used to be at the Knicks.
Is it Di Vincenzo? I can't think of his name. He used to be on the Knicks. Yeah. You know, I like him as a player. He's good, but that can't be your starting two in this league because backcourt is getting nice.
Facts.
You know,
he's definitely a rotational player.
And as good as Rudy Gobert is on defense, he's really a liability when you don't have to play on him on offense. You know what I mean? You know.
That's fact.
Yeah,
and that's another thing. Say and that's why you got to develop at least get a go-to move in the post, man. When you these guys and you got the advantage on, because most of the guys that's defending you is not as big and as tall at least as you. Get you a go-to move in the post, so you're not a liability on offense.
Right.
Get you a hook shot.
I was really shocked when they made it to the finals that year. I was shocked. I was the conference finals. I mean, I was really shocked, and I was like, I was really thinking like, why did they get rid of Carl Anthony Towns so quick? You know what I mean? Because that was like, and I'm like, y'all must have really didn't like each other. Like it just must have had to really get some work or something.
Right.
Because like y'all kind of gave them up for nothing. Like so.
Well, we know what the New York Knicks. This is as clear a path they gonna have to get into the NBA Finals.
Thanks.
But even coming into the season, you got rid of Tom Thibodeau. They got Mike Brown. I think he's the head coach.
Yeah.
But even before that, though, they were going through the hiring process. The whole coaching carousel. Two names I thought was interesting they brought up was Dan Hurley from UConn, and I even heard what's my girl name from South Carolina, the college basketball coach.
Dawn Staley.
Yeah. Like, do you think? Like, honestly, in my head, again, another crazy take. Maybe they should have thought about Dawn Staley. You think
I actually
coach in the league soon?
I definitely think it's very opportune. Like, especially as someone who had a female coach, and she was probably the best coach that I ever had. She was so dedicated. Dawn Staley seems highly dedicated. I think when it comes to X's and O's, she would be a great coach. You know what I mean, a motivator. But now you're talking NBA where you gotta deal with personalities, and now it's the financial aspect of it. Like you can't just sit a player down because he's not playing hard enough. Nah, you can't do that. The fans came here to watch. The fans came here to watch this player, and you sitting him out. No, like you're gonna have to really manage and figure that out. You know what I mean?
And I mean, like, just being honest, do you think she would get any resistance because she's a woman? Trying to coach the men's team. That she
of course.
No problem. I said we gotta speak on that too.
Of course, he's definitely gonna get pushed back. I mean, it's his chauvinistic, it's his sex as well. You know, with anything, like shout out my cousin Reese, who always says this, like, if you got a beef with somebody, just draw the fucking line. Well, that's that's a gender line right there. So it's always gonna be some type of rift. You know what I mean? She just has to hopefully have a good relationship with the executives in the NBA, and hopefully, she can get in there. But I definitely think, it's kind of like the Rooney Rule, where you had to interview a black coach. Maybe they need to make like a rule for the females, where you got to interview a female coach as well, just so they they have that opportunity. No, I mean, because I know some females that can hoop. Shoot, give you I had a female in Atlanta give me a bucket. I was pissed.
And real quick, I never got the name of the coach at Lindenwold. What was the coach's name?
Jackie Trackerman. So she coached at Rutgers Camden. She coached the girls there. She coached at West Deptford because she also did, I think, either lacrosse or pro hockey, and she coached basketball there. She was like a top coach. She went to Gloucester City. I think she in like the 70s. She got her picture up there in Gloucester City High School as being like, I think, one of the top scorers in that school. She recently passed away though. Passed away in the shore though. She had cancer. So R.I.P. to Jackie Trackerman.
Yeah, definitely condone.
Most definitely.
But all right, cool. So you got any more basketball questions? We can get to this ball.
Oh, I've been itching to get to this football shit.
All right, so he is an Eagle fan.
Unfortunately, he's an Eagle fan.
No, if you smart, you know what I mean. You about to be back to back, back to back.
I don't think we're getting no back to back.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. Maybe that's just my bias, and you know what I'm saying. Me being a hater.
Back is hard, man. Long road.
That's a long game. I don't think I got the defense to do it.
Okay, I can't lie. There definitely are some questions in the secondary for sure. I do feel like we've been getting, they've been mossing all over us. We've been looking confused. But I also think that comes with experience and gelling over time of the season. We look at it, I think it did get better the last 2 games. Definitely. So if you look at last year, it was kind of a similar fashion. We had a lot of close games in the beginning, and then they just started picking up and getting better as the season went. And I'm expecting them to throw the ball more too, which will open up probably our defense a little bit more. You know what I mean, and open up our running game too.
Yeah, you will hope so, right? But
all right, so hold on. If you talk about the Eagles possibly going back to back. Let me ask you this then: what part of the Eagles team has improved from your last year's Super Bowl run, and what part of your team has declined since then?
What has improved?
That y'all did well enough to win the Super Bowl last year.
I can't really say improve. I would say kind of steady.
Y'all maintained a high level of.
We maintained a high level
more
of play.
chivalry. Yes.
One thing I think we did improve. We did improve in penalties up until that Giants game that we lost. That Giants game was some buffoonery, with some of the penalties that was called in that game. But I definitely think that we improved in that regards as far as the penalty. I think we had more last year. I got to double check the stats. What we did not improve in is, of course, we know is the defense, the secondary. We took some hits getting rid of some key people, in the secondary. My man Gardner, and you know what I mean.
They don't mess with CJ. CJ has a solid season.
I don't know. I have no idea. I was shocked, but I see that we just traded for two new corners. I'm not familiar with the 2 guys that we just got at all. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's a lot of people, coming in this league now. So.
Yeah, well, I know Jair.
He's been out of the league for a while. He used to be like a really good corner. He was like an all-pro.
Especially out in Green Bay.
He's not as good as he used to be. Obviously, getting older, wear and tear on your body. But I'm sure he still has the IQ for the game.
That was the other boy, Michael Carter, right?
Yeah, Michael. He was the other one. I don't really know too much about him.
He was a rotational guy over there in New York. He was either your second or third any given time. You know what I'm saying? One of those type guys over there. Solid guy. But that's the thing. So when I shout out the first hit, first down every Monday, we was doing the trade talk, and I thought that the Eagles was going to go after Reek Willen from Seattle. That's what.
Oh,
yeah, get him out of my division, man. I don't need him in no way. Straight up.
Oh yeah, bro, Rams fan. If you ain't know,
yeah. But yeah. So what's going on with AJ Brown and Jalen Hurts, man? What's going on with them brothers?
Yeah, I really think the media is really blowing this thing up bigger than what it is. I think, you know, I was really thinking about this. I think that you always need that quarterback and wide receiver story, right? Don't you always need that riff and that kind of issue?
At least in Philadelphia, it seems.
Yeah, apparently, yeah, right, exactly.
Well, I mean, listen, what about Randy Moss, Terrell Owens? All them guys had issues with their quarterback.
T.O. was a good brother. You thought he cried for Tony Romo. He was a good brother.
What about Garcia? Then? What about Jeff Garcia?
What about Jeff Garcia?
We heard T.O. left out. It was the end.
No, he had to be surgeons with Philly. Remember, he took it. He came back.
I'm pretty sure you
would
have balled down when Andy Reid called him the plays.
Yeah, he was at the end of the road. He was San Fran. He was like a Pro Bowler. Like, he was balling. He got the yard. It was like, you know.
He was a career backup by then.
Yeah, it was over with. Yeah, that show ended at the T.O.
I ain't going to hate on him, though.
Nah. Yeah,
I actually like
I think A.J. Brown is definitely pissed about not getting the ball. Definitely think they need to get him the ball. You know, go back to the deep balls. You know, try some deep balls every now and then. I mean, you can get him on the slant, the curl routes, and all of those things that he's good at. He's a monster.
The catch, so it's not like you know what I'm saying. You just gotta put the ball right on him. You can give him some quick underneath shit, and he could take it 60 to 70 yards.
And I also don't think it might not be all Jalen Hurts too. It's probably the new offensive coordinator, and that's another thing people got to realize. Like, you had a new offensive coordinator. He's never had a consistent offensive coordinator.
No.
I'm about to say this.
No.
Conversation is entirely too friendly. I was just like, hold on.
So I think you know, they all have to adjust to a new playbook. So, but if you saw, you know, AJ Brown's last game, that was his first game in the year where he had 2 touchdowns.
No doubt.
And I think he had like 120 some yards, and then Devontae Smith had like 180 or like 170 or 180 that game.
Joe Flacco
they both combined for like 300 some yards that game.
Joe Flacco just had 470 yards, 4 touchdowns, and he been there for 2 weeks.
Shout out Joe Flacco. They didn't know how to prepare for Joe Flacco. Everybody can have a fluke of a game. Let's see him do it consistently.
I mean, he's learning to play. My whole thing is he's learning the playbook that quickly. He's running 2 minutes, all that type of shit. Learning the playbook that quickly, like that turnover that fast, coming from a different place and shit. And mind you, this is like his 4th team in 4 years and some shit. So he's learning a different playbook every year.
We learning the playbook and we 6-2.
All right, I'm not mad at that. I'm saying you can't keep blaming the fact that he's learning the playbook
I'm saying the playbook, as far as maybe why the passing game hasn't been where it needed to be. That's part of the reason, but that's not. But you know, at the end of the day, yeah, I'd rather have wins than 400 yards.
I ain't mad at you.
Yeah, 100% correct.
100% correct. I ain't mad at you. You got to get them dubs at the end of the day.
All right, D Wade.
You got. You said you ain't winning this one, motherfucker. I know he got his Eagle sweater on while he's talking and shit.
Oh yeah, I got it right here, man. That's you know, for my boys, man. Them birds, man.
I can't get mad at you, bro. I can't get mad at you. So look, man,
I can't compare.
We got some picks that we like to do. We actually go through the week's picks that we're talking about. So when this podcast come out, we'll be in week 11, right? So on first hit, first down every Monday, we reveal the picks. And of course, as of recently, I think I'm up by maybe like 3 picks. I ain't even tally them in a long time, but it's only been me and Jay. Shockhead did his and shit, but we ain't really get a chance to. Technical difficulties came in on that one. But hopefully we can get your picks for this week. And remember, this is week 11, so the week that we're in is not the week that we're picking. Okay?
Okay.
We're gonna start off.
Now, I don't know injury list now, but go ahead.
Yeah, so this is just like not knowing anything that happens, you know what I'm saying, this week, and just based off of who you think, you know what I'm saying.
Okay.
The first game of the week, we got the Jets at the Patriots. We're gonna give you the first on every one of these and shit. You can just pick.
Oh, Patriots.
There you go. I'm about to say you can just pick them or you can elaborate. And
That's very.
That's a fact.
Jerry need to follow in his footsteps. All right.
Hey, text over here. All right, no.
Right, definitely. We all going with the Patriots. You guys can lock that shit in. Oh yeah, little disclaimer before we continue. Remember, if you guys are following us and y'all mimic our picks, remember Sedale picks. Just remember where y'all got that from. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to come back through and show that love and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then we got the Commanders at the Miami Dolphins. Who you guys got? Both of these quarterbacks. We got Jaden Daniels, of course, out for this game, and Tua Tagovailoa. What people want him out for this game. So, who you guys got in this one? We start with you, Dale.
That's tough. And who's the quarterback for the Commanders right now? Is it Mariota?
I think it's Mariota.
Yeah, I believe so.
I'm gonna go with the Commanders.
No doubt.
Yeah. This is one of them games you ain't really watching this. This is the time you go get like your chips and your drinks.
Yeah,
ain't nobody watching. Yeah, I'm gonna just go with the Commanders, I guess.
All right, I'm actually go. You know, this is like my fourth week in a row. I'm going with the Dolphins. They're gonna win one of these motherfuckers. They're gonna win one of these motherfuckers. Watch.
Right.
Tua turn the ball over and shit. That's what they call them. We got a good game. This game would have been a lot better if the second half of the Korean team Caucasians would have been in this game.
Yo, you know they gonna tie Tua Tagovailoa up into that Chauncey Billups shit.
Try to get his ass up out. He's like, yeah, you shaving, boy. You shaving more than your hair, nigga.
And then Gino.
Bad, Gino.
Y'all think so for real?
Ain't no
allegedly. For all anything.
Yeah, definitely allegedly. I'm just saying, you just never know nowadays. I would hope
you
not. But
you don't expect somebody that didn't turn the ball over at this high of a clip ever before to do it this badly. They do look kind of bad and shit. But we got the Green Bay Packers at the New York Giants. Like I said, one half of the Korean team Caucasians is missing. Out to Bo Scatterboo. Bo Scatterboo. Oh boy, shout out to him. You know what I'm saying? New York Giants and shit. Jackson Dart versus J-Lo, a.k.a. Jordan Love.
Wow.
I'm going to go with the Packers.
Yeah, I ain't mad at that.
Yeah, Green Bay.
I'm going to rock out with Green Bay also. I wouldn't be shocked if it's a closer game than what we expect, though. It's something about Green Bay defense that's pissing me off. And it shouldn't be this bad this late in the season, for real. So I feel like that might be a little bit closer than what we expect. We got.
I think so, but I think so too. I think it's gonna be a close game.
Word. We got the Houston Texans at the Tennessee Titans. This is battle of ass versus trash. So which one you guys?
I'm gonna go with the Houston Texans. Yo.
Shout out to the Houston Texans. I don't know if we don't know if CJ Stroud will be out of concussion protocol for this game. But I know that he's not. Yeah, I know that he's not available for Week 10. So
yeah, he should be good though. He should be good by then.
All right.
So, who you got there?
My bad. Who the Texans play?
The Titans, the team that you can't.
Oh no, Texans.
I'm about to say you just can't pick them for some reason.
Yeah, it won't.
I love the Titans, yo. Thank God for the Titans for giving us AJ Brown for nothing. Yo.
Fucked up my whole division.
That was like
no sense.
Fucked up my whole division because of that dumbass decision and shit.
I mean, you talk about a game changer. I mean,
I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
Went to the finals. Went to the Super Bowl.
I'm gonna go ahead and go with the Texans also. We got a battle with the NFC South with the Carolina Panthers at the Atlanta Falcons. This should be a good game.
Boy,
remember that first game that they had? I think in like week 3, the Panthers beat the motherfuckers 32-0. Shit. So this is that, you know what I'm saying, payback game for Atlanta. Dale, who you got?
I got Atlanta.
You got Atlanta? Okay.
Running back. I like that running back over there.
Nah, he's the problem.
This is my first year really watching him. But yeah, he's doing his thing. Yo. He's a strong runner.
Yeah, he get busy.
Yeah, he definitely showing up to be that player we thought he was going to be coming out of Texas for sure.
Yeah, facts.
They just got to get Kyle Pitts going and they be all right.
What is it, yo? He started his career off with 1,000 yards and then haven't been the same since.
Well, I mean, hopefully they still figure it out.
You never know what type of injuries these guys be having. You know, knick-knack that just slow them down.
That's a fact. Jay, who you got in this game? Carolina at
You know what?
Atlanta.
I'm gonna go with Carolina in this one. Actually, I feel like Carolina. They under this new coach. I don't know the guy's name. But they definitely starting to catch a stride. Like it's like you turn the key in the car. It's like starting to turn over.
Right.
I feel like that's what's going on in Carolina. They're starting to be kind of competitive now, and sometimes I don't think the Falcons know which way they're going. They be okay one week, and the next, that's going to land you to a perfect 9-8.
Right.
So.
I actually completely agree with you. And I'm gonna go with the Panthers also and shit. And then we got a battle with the NFC North teams with the Chicago Bears at the Minnesota Vikings.
Vikings.
Say less. Say less. Say less. And Jay, who you got in this joint?
I'm gonna go with the Vikings in this one as well.
See, and I'm gonna definitely be going against the grain because I'm going with the Chicago Bears. I'm starting to believe in Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams. They starting to build some type of chemistry.
Over 2 games? 3 games?
Hey, I think they 4-4 or some shit like that. So
that's the whole. I was just about to say that.
You know what I'm saying?
I do believe it, but I don't because there'll be one game that's going good. I'm like, oh, they turned the corner. It go right back to last year. Like, that's the quarterback I know. It go right back.
I can't get mad at anything y'all saying. Maybe I'm drinking the Kool-Aid because, I'm a Cowboy fan and we just believe we got to be optimistic about everything and shit. Just because we got a dickhead as an owner. I'm sorry. I was going to censor myself. I'm not going to do it. Man, we got to battle. Boy. We had
them boys what? Them boys ass.
Listen, we talk about week 11. We talk about week 11. We didn't even get to the Cowboys game. You made me lose my spot on the shit.
Oh, I feel bad for Dak. Yo, Dak wasting his career there. Yo, they set Dak up.
You ain't the only one though. That's one thing we can agree. That's one thing.
Dak is a good quarterback. Yo.
He really a great quarterback that's going to waste his time, and that's just like what I'm saying. Some of the best offensive linemen that came through this past generation: Zach Martin, Tyron Smith. You know what I'm saying? DeMarcus Ware was lucky to get up out of there and go get a championship out there in Denver and shit. So that's just what Dallas do. They draft great talent and then waste it. At least that's what they did for the last 30 years. But like I said, we in week 11 picks. We're going to keep this shit going. This shit. We got the Jaguars. No, we got the Chargers at the Jaguars. Who do you got in that one, Dale?
The Chargers.
No doubt. Jay, who you got in that one?
It's similar. The Jacksonville the same way. They don't know if they're going backwards or forward.
Right.
They don't even know what side of the ball they want to play Travis on.
What's Jacksonville's record?
I think they got a good record. I think they like maybe 6-2, 6-3, some shit like that. They got
5-3, 5-3,
or
something like that.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
Something around that. Yeah, something around that shit. Yeah.
Chargers about to get him out of here.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Chargers as well.
Yeah, we all rocking with the San Diego Chargers. And then we got a battle of two of the best teams in the East Conference. We got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going to the Buffalo Bills. Who you guys got in that game? Dale, who you got now?
I believe in Baker Mayfield.
We're gonna have that.
I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you, brother. I ain't mad at you.
I believe in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as a whole. People don't realize Mike Evans is really a beast. You know what I mean?
He out for the season now.
That's right. I forgot about that. But he's still doing his thing. So I got Tampa Bay.
No doubt. I ain't mad at that. Jay, who you got in this game?
I'm not a Josh Allen fan, be honest with you.
You know what? I'm with you on that. Like, I mean, I think he's good. But they be trying to make him always seem like they always try to compare him to Lamar, like he better than Lamar. I think Lamar is.
Yo, they want him to be the next Tom Brady so bad.
Mm-hmm. Right.
He's not it.
I don't like the fact that I feel how Jay feel. Like I think Lamar is the way better quarterback out of those two.
Yeah, but when you play ass like Lamar played last year in the playoffs, then you give them justification.
But that's not fair though, because your
But
quarterback
it's not.
can go for
It's
150 yards in the playoffs, and your defense only give up 7 points.
but that's the game at the same time. So at the end of the day,
But if I gotta score 40, and my defense give up 42, like I'm, what I'm saying, what you want me to do?
What about your running back?
I mean, what?
Derrick Henry.
Derrick
Right?
Henry? Yeah. But I'm saying, like, if the offense is scoring, if the offense is actually, what I'm saying, in the game, and the defense is giving up the points, wouldn't that be the issue?
I mean, that could be an issue, but at the same time, with your running game and he's a runner, then you should be some time management in that case too. You know what I mean?
I watched the Rams shut down Saquon for
don't get me
4
started
quarters.
on that.
I watched it have it, but that defense made sure that they didn't give up, no more points. They held.
Next time we play the Eagles, bro, listen. We're gonna get them boys out of there. We figured it. We starting to figure it out with the Eagles, man.
Eagles is a hell of a team, boy. Don't get me wrong. I don't like the motherfuckers, but I give respect where respect is due.
And that's what made me so mad that they give this boy Josh Allen so much credit and be on him, but they don't never want to put Jalen Hurts up there. And it'd be really,
I agree with that though.
You know what I mean? It'd be a shame. Like this man has been to the Super Bowl. He won 2 out of the last 3 years. Like, you know what I mean? Like come on.
5 years, I believe. Yeah.
5 years, I'm sorry. Come on. Like, you gotta give this man credit. He's always gets to the playoffs.
That's a fact.
He's always in the playoffs.
That's a fact. That's a fact. You gotta give him credit where credit's due. I'm not mad at you. JD, who did you pick? Did you pick that game, the Buccaneers and the Bills?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Buccaneers. And they're gonna start giving my boy Matthew Stafford some credit too. Right now, he's the best quarterback in the league. But I'm gonna let you finish. Go ahead.
I can't debate that.
Matthew Stafford, the best quarterback in the league.
Right now. I can't debate that. He balling. That man is balling. I'm probably have to go with the Buffalo Bills for real. I think it's just something about the Bills this season. Yeah. I think something going on this season with the Buffalo Bills that the refs won't allow them to lose games like this. You know what I'm saying? Something going to happen if the Bills win this game, right? You know what I'm saying? Facts. And then we got a battle of the NFC North right here, boy. We got the Cincinnati Bengals at the Pittsburgh Steelers. I don't know why I wanted to say Green Bay Packers.
Pittsburgh
Steelers. Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, I'm thinking Aaron Rodgers and shit. At the Pittsburgh Steelers and shit. And then he said Pittsburgh Steelers, no hesitation. Who you got? Now, remember, they just played a couple of weeks ago, and I think Cincinnati stole that win. You know what I'm saying? Joe Flacco. I think Joe Flacco first game in Cincinnati, he stole that bit.
You know what? If I had to pick,
they didn't prepare for him.
That's a fact. But it's Joe Flacco. He's been around for 37 years.
Listen, man. That's kind of a tricky one too, though, because y'all ain't really got nothing for them receivers on the outside. And one thing about Joe gonna throw that thing.
He's gonna throw that motherfucker.
Because the Bengals aren't good though. That's the thing. It's like they just really just trying to hurl that bitch down the field for 4 quarters. Like, you know what I mean? The whole game. If that happens, it happens. But I'm gonna go with Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Pittsburgh too. Just because I think Pittsburgh pass rush and the Bengals offensive line is really bad. So
I don't think Aaron Rodgers, he's playing solid. You know what I mean?
He's playing solid. Yeah, he is.
He's playing better than I thought he would, to be honest with you.
That's a fact.
So
I ain't gonna lie about that. He definitely playing solid. Then we got battle the NFC West. We got the 49ers at the Arizona Cardinals. And shit. So, who you got? Who you got in this one, Del? The 49ers. We don't know if Brock Purdy will be back for this game or not. But
it don't matter.
Yeah, I don't think it does either. We don't know if the other nigga Kyler Murray will be playing at all. But
I'm so sick of that dude Kyler Murray. My barber, he probably. Yeah, my barber, shout out Facebook, my boy Chris. He is an Arizona Cardinals fan, Kyler Murray fan. He doesn't want to, he hates when they get on him. That dude Kyler Murray, I'm sorry, man. I gave up on that dude, bro.
Yeah, I feel you.
It's actually Cardinal fans. Man, no.
He says actually Cardinal fans out here?
Yeah, that's what I said too.
And then we got another battle of the NFC West where we got the Seattle Seahawks at the Los Angeles Rams. And Dale, before you go, I'm gonna actually let my co-host go first since this is his squad. We talking about and shit. The Los Angeles Rams. You going with the Rams, no doubt.
Right? Everybody talking about Sam Darnold. Listen, the way our pass rush is playing this year, he gonna turn into that same guy in the Jets. I guarantee you.
That should be a good matchup. That should be a good matchup.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
I forgot about Sam. I be forgetting that Sam Darnold over there for real. I be forgetting that Seattle was a good team until I see that they're a good team. Like record wise at least.
But I ain't gonna lie, Darnold is playing good this year though.
Yeah, he really is. He been balling. Dale, who you got in that game out of Seattle and Los Angeles Rams?
I'm going with the Sea Pigeons.
Oh. Oh.
Sea Pigeons is crazy.
He said he rocking with the Sea Pigeons.
Just because my man was too hype about the Rams. and I think the Sea Pigeons probably watched the other pigeons and got the formula.
He's talking his shit. You heard what he said, and he ain't gonna say it no more.
I'm gonna get to those pigeons, the East Coast pigeons. We're gonna get to them. That's what we're gonna have to play. We're gonna be in we're probably gonna have to play Philly in the NFC Championship game this year.
Might have.
Most likely. We let last time this season. We let them off the hook. That ain't gonna happen again. Listen, if you look at the game in the playoffs, they ran all over us. This game, they didn't do that. We just had a late the second half.
Yeah, second half.
We kept playing man defense on AJ Brown. Our corners ain't good enough for that. You know what I mean? So they got it. But now we know. I'm telling you what.
Yeah, now we know not to play this nigga.
But now our passing game is a lot better now. We coming out the gate jumping.
Allegedly.
I can't wait for Monday. I'm sure it's not going to be out, but we play Green Bay Monday, so that's going to be a good game. They were against the touch push and all that other stuff.
I forgot they was one of the teams.
Let me say this too. I don't have a problem with the Eagles using the tush push. If you got the personnel and it's working as good as it's working, right. Hey, I mean,
I completely agree.
The only thing I think they should do, they got to do a better job officiating push.
Words.
That's my thing, because more than anything, first off, they line big as all hell.
You're going to have to put a camera in the ground there.
You know what I'm about to say?
You already got one.
So that's how we be seeing they be jumping offside.
Well, see, look, I don't care about the touch push. Get them in a position to where so they can't use it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And if they use it, stop it. And I'm the motherfucker that like if you stop it, I'm gonna do it again to make sure you actually know how to stop it. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, the Eagles they committed to that tush push.
Hell yeah, they did that shit 4 times.
4 of them in a row. I said, oh, they committed.
I would have been throwing uppercuts in the pound, boy. I would have been stepping on mad everybody's fingers, nigga. You got me.
You know what I mean? Just like I'm gonna just sit here. Like, I don't know. Y'all got to prepare. Y'all know what the next one is coming.
I'm telling you. And then we got a battle of the AFC West. We got the Kansas City Chiefs at the Denver Broncos. Dale, who you got, bro?
Denver Broncos. Get them Chiefs out of here, yo. Denver Broncos.
What about you, Jay?
Man, listen. Even without that defense for the Broncos, they're a good defense. I'm gonna go with the Broncos. The Chiefs don't look the same.
And that quarterback got to get his shit together. I don't know what his name.
Yeah, he be hit and miss sometimes too, though.
Yeah, and that's exactly why I'm going with the Chiefs, because I feel like when you got a quarterback like Bo Nix that be hit and miss, you can't have that when you got Patrick Mahomes on the other side.
Yeah, but that defense is something special, yo. How they playing?
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah. It is.
And Chiefs.
That's also the same defense that let the Giants put up 33 points on themselves. Then we got a battle of the AFC North again with the Baltimore Ravens going to the Cleveland Browns. Dale, who you got with that one?
Baltimore Ravens.
I ain't mad at that pick. You want to elaborate, or you just that's who you got?
I think that's an easy pick.
No doubt. What about you, Jay?
I'm going Baltimore. Lamar back, so.
That's exactly the same thing. So, all right, clean sweep. You know what I'm saying?
Browns is trash anyway, so, you know.
Lamar back, and everything is right in the world with Baltimore now. And then they got the game of the week of that week, in my opinion. We got the Detroit Lions at the Philadelphia Eagles. Hell, this is your team, of course. Y'all at the crib. Y'all at the link. Who you got in this motherfucking game?
Oh, you already know. I got them birds, man. You know what I mean? I feel like we're going to have a really good passing game this game. AJ Brown gonna make a statement. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm fully confident in this game.
No doubt. No doubt. I can't get mad at that. Jay, what about you? Who you got in this game, man?
It's kind of hard actually.
I think this is going to be a hell of a game.
What's hard about it?
Like, not like Philadelphia is going to win,
right?
But if any team was to like pull something, like I just feel like it would be them.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't pick his team to win. See how you coming already?
Nah, man. Yeah, I might have to go Philly. But I just feel like, I don't know, man. Gibbs they ain't going to be able to stop the run for some reason. I don't know why I feel like that.
I ain't mad at that.
That pass game opening up the run as we saw, you know what I mean? As we seen the last
season. So I picked the Eagles one time since we started doing these picks. Yeah. And they lost that game. So in tradition. Oh shit. Oh, this month did he leave? Yeah, so but with all that being said, I'm picking the goddamn Lions in that game. Yeah, so and then we got the goddamn Las Vegas Raiders at the Dallas Cowboys for the Monday night game. And of course, since that's my squad, I'm going with that first. And we're gonna go ahead and rock out Cowboys in that game. Who do you got, Jay? I mean, Dell, who you got in that game? My bad. The Raiders. You got the Cowboys, Jay. Who you got?
I'm gonna go with the Cowboys. They're gonna turn it over.
Yeah, no doubt. We definitely gonna rock out with the boys. All of us going with the boys. Yo, let me ask you a question for real before we get up out of here, since we're still on football. We've been talking about teams that's been the best teams in the league. We've been talking about teams that we feel like are gonna make playoff runs and shit like that. And we've been talking about some of the best. Now, it was actually the next question was, who did you have? Yeah, no. Well, I was going to actually go do MVP and then Super Bowl.
MVP, then Super Bowl picks. Got it.
Yeah. So who did you have this? You know what I'm saying? 9 weeks, 10 weeks to the season. We about to start week 10 late at the time of this recording. We just did our week 11 picks, as you guys saw. Make sure y'all turn into first hit, first down on Monday to see the results of those picks. But Dale, who do you have as your mid-season MVP right now in the NFL with that Eagle hat on this shit?
You already know who I'm going to go with, man. Jalen Hurts, man. Jalen Hurts.
You go with Jalen Hurts as his mid.
As my man. I mean, I feel like you 6-2. All he does is win. They really, at the end of the day, they need to put him in that conversation after the last game he had.
I can't get mad at that. I mean, I could get mad at that. I'm not gonna fucking lie, but Jay, who you got as your MVP in the mid-season this year?
I got Matthew Stafford, man, and it's crazy for a lot of the same reasons. You know, we 6-2 right now. My man, you see, he just had like in a 2-game span. He threw 9 touchdowns, no interceptions.
That's a fact.
He just having a run right now.
Nah, he was snapping last year.
He's a Super Bowl winning quarterback, so I think he's gonna get it this year. He done did everything else. He just need that Super Bowl MVP. MVP, I'm sorry.
That regular season MVP.
MVP.
Yeah. And the Super Bowl MVP is it. Because Cooper Kupp had that one that y'all won, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's right. I didn't think about that.
But
Stafford got a good chance.
Besides, you know what I'm saying, MV Prescott, of course I can't pick him because his team is 3-4-1. Or 3-5-1, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow.
So actually, I'm actually do something different. Instead of picking a quarterback, I'm gonna go ahead and say Jonathan Taylor from over there.
I'm not mad at that.
In Indianapolis, for real. He's been the linchpin. He's been the real reason why Indiana Jones has been able to flourish the way he has. When you got to put 8 and 9 in the box and you getting one-on-one shots down the field, it's gonna, you know what I'm saying, help the quarterback and any quarterback out. It doesn't matter who it is. So. I think that he's probably the most valuable player in the league. I think if he's not on Indy or if he gets injured, then Indy is not a good team or not the team that they are now. So.
Yeah.
I mean, that's for any of the guys that y'all mentioned too. You know what I'm saying? If Jalen Hurts get injured, the Eagles is not the same team, might be better. But if Matt Stafford get injured, you know what I'm saying? So on and so forth or whatever. But with that being said, since we picked our MVPs, let's go ahead and pick our Super Bowl matchups and winners. And shit. And with Dale being our guest, of course, we're gonna let him get the first crack at it. So you can go ahead and pick up your Super Bowl matchup, which you think is gonna be the NFC team and the AFC team. And who you think going to win out of that game?
Definitely the Eagles. The AFC. Definitely Definitely them boys.
Look, this is the only thing I'm mad about the camera working now. This is the only thing I'm mad about the camera working now.
The
No, it's-
AFC is tough. You know what I mean? The AFC is tough.
word.
I guess the Bills, you know what I mean?
I can't get mad at that pick. Bill's supposed to be making it the last 5
I mean,
years.
it's going to be between the Bills and possibly the Broncos. I don't think the Chiefs are going back. I think the Chiefs, they got some things they got to figure out. You know what I mean?
I think you just hating on the Chiefs.
I am, but like at the end of the day, at one point, we were looking at Patrick Mahomes as the next Tom Brady, and now that has the hype is down on that man. You know what I mean? We kind of bust that bubble and got him up out of here. You know what I mean?
No.
And to be honest with you, and I go as far as to say this: we should have won that last Super Bowl. Jalen Hurts, he's pretty horrible in the first half, and we got hit with some bullshit ass penalties. They wanted them boys to win, yo. I'm telling you, this sports betting shit is crazy.
I mean, if you want to bring up old shit, then Dad should have caught it. You know what I'm saying? If that's the case.
I mean, he should have, but he didn't.
He did, though. He did. Jay, who you got in your Super Bowl match, man?
And for the NFC, I definitely got the Rams in the NFC.
We got the Rams coming out the NFC.
I got the Rams coming out the NFC. Actually, believe it, I like the Broncos too. Actually,
That's not a bad match. The Rams, Broncos.
like Rams, Broncos, and of course we gonna win. Because I mean, they kind of like us. We're just a little better. That's it.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna stick to my goddamn.
Listen, I can do that too. Hold on, I can do that too. See, mine say Super Bowl. Yeah.
He said mine say Super Bowl. You got the Eagles on this shit.
We current Super Bowl champ.
I mean, we been there before. We walked away with it. We gonna get the Eagles because we know how to stop.
We were there before too.
I mean, it's cool.
Recently.
Because I'm a logical Cowboy fan, I'm not going to come out here and be like, "Oh, the Cowboys." We're not doing that shit. So what we're gonna do is be honest out here and shit. Like I'm gonna go with my preseason picks because I think my preseason picks still motherfucking work. I got the goddamn Detroit Lions and the Buffalo Bills.
They're not. No.
The Detroit Lions.
Out of here. They're not even making it to the NFC Championship game.
Who, Detroit? You don't think so? I got Detroit. I got Detroit and the Rams in the NFC Championship game. I got y'all getting knocked out early.
Yeah, I think the Eagles gonna make it. Like I feel like it's gonna be the Rams and Eagles in the NFC Championship.
No,
I got Detroit and the Rams. I think Detroit way better than y'all giving them credit for it. For
They're good. They're good.
I think they're good too.
Especially that fucking running game, boy. I'm telling you, they stay consistent with that. Like, who gonna stop it or stop them?
Oh, we are. We got. We keep forgetting Brandon Grant, BG back.
He's 72 years old.
It don't matter. He was a difference maker last year. Boy, he was a difference maker, and he's going to be a huge difference maker.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be.
He's a locker room guy, and he's
yeah. You're not lying. You're not lying about nothing you're saying.
Oh, he's starting?
If he's starting, then that's a damn shame.
I don't think he's starting. I'm sure he'll go rotation.
Oh yeah, he'll be rotational. Yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, but both of y'all have a similar matchup. I believe you said that the Eagles and the Bills, and you said that the Broncos, and you said the Broncos and the Rams.
Yeah.
And I said the Lions and the Bills. I just don't think that we're going to see the Eagles in another Super Bowl and shit just because. And for one, I'm hating. You know how I am. I'm gonna be honest with my niggas. But for two though, I think more the defense ain't as good as it was. You know what I'm saying? Just the defense not as good as it was.
It's getting better
in all the wrong places.
How many? Did we have a couple? How many interceptions we had last year?
Who y'all play against last week?
We didn't play last week. We had a bye.
Or the week before then, who y'all play against?
We played the Giants.
Yeah. Well, come on, stop. All right.
Dart been playing. They've been,
He been playing. He been turning the ball over too. Mm-hmm. He got turnover in every game he played. At least one.
Beat the Vikings too.
With Carson Wentz, right?
Yeah.
Nah, Carson Wentz game, y'all. You know what I'm saying? He an Eagle at heart. He know what he was doing.
And we beat the Rams. We didn't beat Denver. We did not beat Denver.
Nah, Denver definitely came back. Y'all was up on Denver double digits in the fourth quarter.
That's the offensive coordinator for you.
That's also defensive coordinator not stopping motherfuckers. Defensive players having your 2 defensive tackles getting blown up. You know what? We don't gotta do that because y'all 6-2, right? Y'all 6-2.
No towers.
Petty. So we are. So we know that. So we know that Sedale is a petty motherfucker. Apparently, so we know that. We know that. We got one more question for you, bro, before we let you go for real, yo. We know that you've been getting down with the celebrity boxing and
Yeah, oh yeah.
you know what I'm saying, doing some work with those guys. If you would like to, you want to expound on what you do with those guys and how, you know what I'm saying, how you got involved with those guys over there?
Excuse me, shout out my boy Sherrod Dunlap. Sherrod Dunlap from East Camden, Pensacola area. He's a celebrity boxer. When I was first really like putting out videos and different things like that, and starting a podcast, he saw interest and liking. So we did a lot of content together, and it's really a dope platform with competitive boxers that fight against each other. You know what I mean? There's a purse depending on your ticket sales and how you sell tickets. You know what I mean? And you know, it's competitive on an exhibition level. So I do a lot of content for them. You know, we did set up the podcast, interviewed Damon Feldman, who's the CEO of Celebrity Boxing, interviewed him, and several times. You know, through that platform, we've interviewed. How can I think of his name? Tommy Guns, Dame Dash,
Okay.
Hank Lundy, One Punch.
Yeah.
A lot of guys ever. Shane Mosley too. Shane Mosley, we have some content with him.
Oh yeah.
A lot of those guys we met to that platform. So yeah. So we do a lot of content for some boxers. A lot of boxers need like private workouts recorded, you know, for social media content. So we do a lot of that stuff.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So with that being said, it seems like you're a fan of boxing, right? The combat sport itself.
I am. Not so much of, I can't say not so much of today's but more so back when I was younger. You know what I mean?
I got no problem with that because a lot of the reasons why a lot of people don't like today's boxing is because of what fight that didn't happen. That was Tank versus Jake Paul. That was supposed to be scheduled for this month, if I'm not mistaken. Mm-hmm. It's supposed to have been happening. They recently fell through and said it was going to happen. I remember when they first announced this fight, me and bro was doing a pod. I forgot what episode it was, but I'd said right there that this was bad for boxing. You know what I'm saying? That this fight right here was bad for boxing. I'm not saying it's bad for the fighters themselves. They're going to make a lot of money and shit, but it's actually bad for the sport of boxing when if they would have allowed this fight. What do you think about the fact that it's canceled and the fact that it was ever a thing to begin with?
You know, it's funny you said that. I was talking to Sarad, and you know, celebrity boxing, they're doing this X Rumble thing now, where it's 2 guys in the middle of the ring, and you know, some boxers are fighting against MMA guys, or it's just MMA guys, and they're just brawling out. UFC has changed the game dramatically. You know what I mean? And from a marketing perspective, from a cultural perspective too now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You take into that account of the marketing resource. And pretty soon UFC fighters are going to get paid more than the highest boxers. I see that happening with how fast they develop. Mm-hmm. It is bad for the sport of boxing. Because you're a boxer, you got to go up against somebody who can do all types of shit. Like there's a guy in celebrity boxing, and my boy Trey Klein gonna be mad, but you my boy, you lost your first fight recently, and he fought a guy who was an MMA guy and he just boxed, who was grabbing the back of the head.
That's the gentleman that you had interviewed on IG, is it? Yeah. I was watching that one. Okay, yeah.
That's my guy, shout him out, South Florida, man. He's a good dude, too. But at the end of the day, he was grabbing the back of his head. I mean, granted, I don't think he had to grab the back of his head to win that fight, personally, because of his experience. But it just goes to show, like, there's certain advantages that as a boxer, you're not prone to do. You're not supposed to hit the back of the head or even touch the back of the head in boxing. In MMA, you do that shit.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Another factor is, I think, what's really just bad for the sport of boxing in general is that the fact that, you know, all this pay-per-view shit compared to what it was back in the day, where a lot more fights were on national television stations instead of the pay-per-view stuff. Now I love what they did with having that last fight on Netflix.
Right.
That was dope.
No doubt. Oh yeah. So Jay, what you think about that shit, bro? What you think about what happened between Tank and Jake?
Well, first off, I feel like Tank trying to run away from Lamont Roach. I ain't gonna lie to you. I kind of feel like that a little bit. But then again, he's just trying to get a check. So, but
It could be that. It could be both.
my thing is with Jake Paul is like I don't really care for it a lot of times, but at the same time, you can't really say like he's even messing it up. It's because like a lot of boxers, they're not fighting each other. Like nobody wants to fight. Like, to make the big fights.
Yeah.
Everybody, possibly arguing over the purse and who the ace side. It don't matter. Just get in the ring. Y'all gonna make some money from it. They be trying to make the most money. It's like, all right, come on. I mean, y'all gonna get paid.
They trying to find the biggest payday every time they fight, and it's like, come on, bro. If you're not fighting the biggest person, you know what I'm saying, in the sport, then you're not gonna get that, and you guys are scared to fight each other.
That's what I'm saying. Like all of these different things, different weight classes, and all this stuff. It's like that's what I'm saying. Like it's just bad. They're doing this X Rumble different thing. I don't want to say nothing X Rumble, but these different type of funny fights. It's just not. It's not.
It's like gimmicks. Yeah, it's like gimmicks. It's like turning wrestling and shit. But this is the last thing that we have. We have on the Wake and Bake podcast. We have a question of the week. Every week we end the show with a question of the week. And the question of the week this week is, and Jay, you're gonna be mad at this one, I promise you. But the question of the week is cereal considered a soup?
Oh shit.
That's the question of the week. Y'all go ahead and ponder that. Y'all let me know y'all answers in the comment down below.
I believe it is.
So Dale gave his answer, and I appreciate him for it. Jay, you want to give your answer? Do you believe that cereal is a soup?
I mean, I guess it's all the same elements. It's liquid, and you got spoon to eat it. I guess it is.
You getting mad about this shit? You getting mad about this shit? You damn right it's a soup. You damn right it's a soup. God damn it.
It's something like it.
Hey, you didn't have cold soups before. Some soups come cold. That's how you're supposed to eat them. No diddy. And as always, we appreciate you guys who came through with us and kicked it with us every Saturday, 9 a.m. Make sure you tune in to First Hit, First Down every Monday with your boy, New Jersey Preem. You can catch Sedale on the OPP podcast. Do you guys have a particular day that you drop, or you like how do you drop?
I used to at one point was dropping weekly or whatever, but now I don't know. I'm kind of keeping it to maybe once a month, maybe twice a month, but I just drop them whenever I feel like it. But
really, really great content, especially if you guys are from the city or anywhere from the Jersey area. You get a lot of perspective, no pun intended, from these guys. From these guys out there, for real. You got some great conversations with some dope ass people. You hear some dope stories, for real. You guys make sure you check out the Opposing Perspective podcast. You go ahead and subscribe to his channels. Follow them all on social media. I believe it's OPP or Opposing Perspective podcast everywhere, right?
Correct.
There you go. So you guys, I'll make sure I have something up there for you guys to see visually, because I know how spoiled y'all are and shit. So we're gonna make sure that you guys have a good time like we did, for real. And as always, stay fried, my friends. Dale, we appreciate you for coming through.
Appreciate you, brother.
I appreciate y'all. Peace, bro. Peace.
Yes, sir.